So how do you differentiate yourself? I know we talk about differentiation quite a bit in our community, and you can see a Medi spa every day is a day spa salon. Why do people fly in still to see you? Why do people drive for miles to come in and see you? What is it about Allure Enhancement Center that differentiates you from other people?
I think a big part of what I do, this is all I do. A lot of people that have med spas, they, or at least in our area, in South Louisiana, they tend to incorporate their medical component of aesthetics into their regular medical practice. So they'll mix in, they may be an ENT physician or they may be a plastic. So it's all kind of mingled together and they're not specifically designated. And I think the fact that this is all I do every day, all day long. So I have a lot of expertise. I get a lot of practice, at what I do. I think that's a big draw. I'm a high volume Botox user, because I do so much. I'm a high filler user. And my Allergan, my reps will tell all the people in the community as well, if you're looking for someone that has a lot of expertise. So it's pretty good when your reps going out vouching for you. So I think the fact that this is what I do every day, the fact that I've written a book, has kind of established myself as well as being an expert when you can say you're an author. So that was just a very invaluable experience of, putting that book together. It was a great way to do it on a weekend and not because you can belabor that. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. But the way that you do it, Dory, was very, I guess, cost efficient, time efficient, because for us, time is money. And so that was very good. We put out a very professional looking newsletter, and I have to thank Dory and Inspiration Management for doing that for us. I used to do all my own. I'm a real control freak, and Dory can attest to that. Some things I just have a tough time giving up. I always feel that I can do it better, know better. Of course, I'm technologically challenged most of the time, so it takes me a little bit longer. But, she has a pool of experts and so, I talk about let the expert do the things that are their strengths, and that's, Dory and her Inspiration Management strength is that they, that's what they do. So I think the fact that we put out a very professional looking, the e-zine on a monthly basis makes a big difference. I also utilize them for our Facebook posts. That was a big, monster. Again, my office manager, prior to the current one that I have, used to handle that. And so it was okay. And then when she left, I kind of took it over, in doing it. And it's a monster, having to come up with something every day and being and engaging your clients. And it was just a big challenge. I love the fact that, I love the engagement that your team puts together for us to engage and to get responses and, from our, people that are friends, on Facebook. And so it's really neat. I love the little contests you guys develop. And so it keeps me from spending all my time doing that because I get to do the things that I really love doing. And that's, seeing clients, seeing guests, seeing patients. That's a very big reward for me. That's therapy for me in a lot of ways. So that's great. And every opportunity, I think one of the things that also is important is if I have an opportunity to have a speaking engagement, to do a presentation, I seize on that. We work really closely with a training, the Aveda Salon here, the Aveda Training Institute here in town. We'll take a lot of their students and let them be interns with us. We allow them to come through and tour our facility. We try, we go to their job fairs. We hire as many of their estheticians or cosmetologists as we can. And so we just kind of partner up with those, as well. We host events here. And we invite in outside, maybe services we don't provide. We try and team up with other people to be a part of our events. Maybe a fashion show. We did some shoes one time, just kind of throw some fun stuff in there to partner with some other type of retail clients as well. The other thing is, I volunteer within the community. I think, you have to be actively involved in your community. I participate, locally and on several boards, here in town. I am on a couple of foundations. I'm on an athletic foundation. I mentor college women basketball players. I've even, hired a couple of them here within our facility. They're great employees. They're well disciplined. I serve on some national foundations. I serve on my professional boards. And so I try and be involved in my professional organizations as well as the community organizations, participate in breast health symposiums, and for me, of course, our largest client base are females. So I do a lot of things focusing on the female. But, we do some things for our guys as well. I do support our men's athletics as well, but, I think a part of it is being involved, and, I stay actively involved in, learning new techniques. I attend a lot of different seminars. I saw Dory recently at the, aesthetic show in Las Vegas. I saw her in Dallas earlier this year. And so I try and attend a couple of those a year, as well, and see what's out there, try and stay abreast, because our clients, our guests are always coming in and saying, well, what about this machine? What about that machine? What about this technique? And if you don't know about it, you can't speak to it, or when are you going to get it? Or are you going to get it? No, I'm not going to get it, because I think that's a good, technology, but I find this technology is better. And that's why we offer this technology. So, and you're not putting, anything or any technique down, but if you're, on top of things, you know what's going on out, in the aesthetic world, and you can stay up, because your guests are going to know. They watch all, Housewives of Beverly Hills, Housewives of Atlanta. They're watching Botched. They're watching Dr. Oz. And so they always come in. It used to be Oprah, but then, everything else has evolved. And so I used to say, oh my gosh, what was on? I said, Oprah must have been talking about this today, because everyone would come in and ask about it. And I still, we still get that all the time. So media, and, with the advent of YouTube, it's interesting. I have people that still try things at home, and I kind of say, oh goodness. But, so it's just trying to stay on top of everything, attending conferences and, symposiums and trade shows. And even whenever and I encourage everyone, take advantage of your vendors, your local representatives for your skincare products, for your injectables. Have them come in and train regularly. I take advantage of that, because, things change, new products come out, and one day, 6 months ago, I may not have been paying attention when they were talking about a new product that they have. Then all of a sudden they're coming in and talking about it again. I'm like, oh, we need to add that. We need to push that. So, just staying abreast of things, I think, is a part that helps differentiate yourself. And I'm in it for the long haul. I didn't just open my doors yesterday. I've been doing this since 2002. I mean, it's 15 years. So, I've been around, and it's what I do. It's who I am.
Yeah, you've made a name for yourself in your community, that's for sure.
Correct.
And especially being involved with all these things. That's what I try to express to people, or new people that start working with us, is how important to do all these things. I hope you guys were taking a lot of notes, because what Cindy just went through to differentiate herself are key factors to your success. Whether it's the book writing, whether it's the articles, the teaching, the speaking, the being members on boards. I mean, that's how you differentiate yourself, because she has totally positioned herself as the expert that she is. So when people get to meet her and come by, they know that she is it in that city. And that's really what I want to encourage everybody to do, especially the author part, what she was talking about, you guys. We just did the seminar, as a matter of fact, Cindy, last weekend. We graduated a few people from another book writing seminar, so I'm very excited for all of them. They're being edited right now. So if you have not, or if you think writing a book is out of the question, you're wrong, because you can come to the book writing seminar and actually write your book in one weekend. It's crazy, but we do it. So you should check that out and make sure you join us for the one in the fall, because I think that would be pretty amazing. So let's talk a little bit about, you talked about events. I think this is very important, and I try to get everybody to do lunch and learns. Has that been a key factor for growing your business, doing lunch and learns?
For us, it's not. We've tried lunch and learns. I have to say, I think probably the majority of my my guests are working women. So what we do are afternoon or evening activities, and we found that has worked better for us. We have one tomorrow evening in its own. We have a new machine, the BTL Vanquish Me, and we're doing that in Acai Bella, just kind of a fat. We're going to concentrate on fat tomorrow. And,
Right.
I mean, we have 38, I think, guests that are registered for that. And that's, we really try and limit it to about 20, 25 for these types of things. But, we figured with 38, we can accommodate and we'll have some attrition and all. So, we found that our evenings work better, because most of our guests in looking at, our base are working people, and they'll come after work and we'll feed them dinner or a little bit of wine, which is nice. Should they choose.
Wine is
it's lovely.
Yeah. You know what's smart though? The thing is, you have to test. Now, for other clients, lunch and learns are great. As a matter of fact, Janice, one of our other CoachMe Platinum members, they found out that if they do it at 11 o'clock in the morning, after they drop off the kids to school, they found that 11 o'clock in the morning is the best time to do their events. Where in Cindy's case, she found out that it's in the evening. Try different times and see what's most effective for you and do them. Whether it's lunch and learn or whether it's an event in the evening, you must do them. One, because if you don't do them, you're missing out on a lot of people bringing their friends to these events. So you're generating new clients, or you're generating, of course, thousands of dollars from the events. What did you find that's most popular item that people buy when they come to the evening events, Cindy?
Well, it's usually we're kind of focusing on like a particular technology and we're educating. So kind of whatever we're focusing on is people that are interested in that, and that's what they'll typically purchase. Now, some of the things that we have done that have worked exceptionally well for us too, as far as events go, is like an all-day event. We'll do that where our representatives will come and spend the whole day and helping, and they'll consult and they'll talk with each person individually, and we'll offer maybe some special deals that particular day. And those have worked exceptionally well. We'll have some breakfasts in the morning that they kind of come through for that. And then, we'll put out a lunch and then an afternoon snack, or, and we'll run that through the afternoon as well. But at the time, they also are scheduled for a service additionally, to receive something at that time.
And
a lot of times we're introduced.
No, I was going to say, what would you say is the revenue generation from those kind of events? How much do you usually end up generating on average?
Wow, it really depends what we're focusing on that at that particular time. It could run anywhere from 20 to 75,000, and how many people we have attend. It just depends.
It's amazing, isn't it, that you can generate between 20 to 75,000 in a couple hours.
Right.
And that's what I wanted everybody to get excited about, because you guys, but here's the mistake that I see, Cindy, is a lot of people come to these events, but then they fail to give an offer at the end after your little talk, after your demonstration. You've got to make an offer. But if you don't make an offer, then you're not seizing the moment and you miss out on it. So I wanted you guys to hear from someone that's like you, who has the business. And if she can do it, I know you can too. So if you can get 15 to 20 to 30 people together in one evening and make between 20 to 75 or even 100, who knows?
Right.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I really want to encourage you to focus on education, because that's where Cindy, I think, shines. Is they come in, again, it's helping her position herself as an expert because she's speaking on a certain topic. She's giving valuable information, and that causes them to believe in her, to believe in that treatment, and to buy it. She builds trust through education. And when you do that, you're going to be making millions of dollars in your business. Right?
Definitely.
That's what we want. Let's